And today, we have to constantly talk about what are we going to do to add 25 to 50 healthful years to our life. And I want everybody to contact their Youngevity associate or contact drjwallach.com, all lowercase, drjwallach.com, and get a hold of the book and the CD, Immortality. The subtitle is The Age Beaters and Their Universal Currency for Immortality. Most people, if you ask them, well, what do you need to do to live an extra 25 years? And they kind of look at you and say, well, listen to the doctor, take your medication. Well, then you're going to die early, okay? Because with the exception of antibiotics, which are designed to kill bacterial infections, all pharmaceuticals are designed to relieve symptoms. The medical system makes people happy by treating their symptoms, but they rarely, if ever, get to the basic root cause of the problem. That's why we have our problem with this COVID-19. That's why in 1918 we had the Spanish flu. And when we had the Spanish flu, we lost 657,000 people died in America. 657,000 people died in America in the Spanish flu in just a 2-year period. Here, today in America, we've lost just short, maybe 120 people short of 200,000 dead, and everybody's screaming. Okay? Back during the Spanish flu, 1918, in a 6-month period, India lost 20 million people dead and 110 million people infected. And today, through the COVID thing, India has 88,935 dead and 5,562,663 infected. Okay? So, what's the difference? Why do we have so much problem back then and less problem now? Well, it has to do a lot with what we eat, what we don't eat, all the other things we do, and all the other things we don't do. And when you look at things, just look at California. Again, we have 15,000 deaths. Since October of 2019. We're just about a year later now, and so we had 781,694 infections in that just about 1 year. Okay, and that's California. And in Thailand, over the same period of time, and we're talking double the number of people. They have 66 million people. We have 39 million people. Okay, just about double they have, Thailand and us. And they have 59 deaths and 3,000 infections. 59 deaths less than 15,000? Yeah. We're talking a whole country versus one state, California. So what's the difference? Well, Thailand lives like Asians because they're Asians, and they live on sweet potatoes and rice and vegetables. They have very little contact with gluten, wheat, barley, rye, and oats, whereas California, everybody knows you're supposed to have Wheaties for breakfast and oatmeal for breakfast and spaghetti 3 nights a week and flour tortillas and bread and beer all made with wheat, barley, rye, and oats, okay? And so our intestines are damaged where we cannot absorb nutrients sufficiently, and as a result, your immune system doesn't work. And so something that should just be giving you 3 to 5 days worth of common cold-like symptoms can give you serious complications which may have some permanent ramifications and even death. Okay? And so what I want people to do is really get on the stick here. And you think about it. All the people you know who are over 50, they begin to have what's called these red warning signals, the metabolic syndrome, okay? Obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, elevated triglycerides, heart disease, kidney failure, musculoskeletal stuff, okay? And all these are red warning signals because they're all nutritional deficiency diseases. Now, your bone marrow, which produces the white blood cells, which are your immune system, they go through your bloodstream, and they're like the cavalry and the Marines. They go through your bloodstream, and they kill and eat the viruses. And your stem cells, which are produced in your bone marrow, make antibodies, which go through your bloodstream and kill the viruses. Your bone marrow also makes platelets to prevent bleeding to death. It helps you with blood clotting. And that's why you see so many old people now, they get bleeding under their skin. Why do they get bleeding under the skin? Well, that's because they've been eating so much gluten over 25, 30, 40, 50 years, they cannot absorb the nutrients necessary for your bone marrow to make enough platelets. And so any little bump or bruise, which normally wouldn't cause any problems, to a kid, to a 65-year-old or a 75-year-old, you get all this bleeding under the skin. And of course, then doctors want you to come in every month and get a iron shot and a B12 shot. Well, I want you to get a hold of that quartet of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport to Aromatherapy. Get a hold of the book Epigenetics and the 2 CD set. Okay, Epigenetics is okay, and there's all kinds of great stuff coming out here with epigenetics, and Bruce Lipton and myself, we did a 2-hour interview, which is being edited right now. It'll come out in a couple of weeks. Don't forget Rare Earths Forbidden Cures in the 2 CD set. Hell's Kitchen, the book in the CD, covers obesity and diabetes, 2 of the most common pre-existing conditions, the metabolic syndrome, if you will, that people have when they die from COVID.